I am very much an outsider. I've had to slowly work my way, through things. It wasn't that after like I got my launch, but it wasn't that after that people were waiting and with scripts for me, or I know that how I perform is what is going to determine what I do next.
Is there really a Telugu boys club that y'all have, like a pack of friends between you, Alu sir, Ramcharan sir, and
It's called the
That's a family.
Telugu Boys Club.
yeah, that's
You
what
have
they
a name
term it
for
as.
it?
No, I don't.
No, not really. I mean, I asked this to Nag sir also, Nag Chaitanya, and he said that we kind of get along.
I mean, we are close. Like me and Che also hang up. I recently met him during his Duta premiere. I mean, there's no set group for the matter of fact. There's just, we just catch up on a regular basis. It's just a small circle.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are friends and they're people who are like pretty close to a certain person. But when you talk about Charan, Anna, Bunny Anna, and all of us, because we're family, we have a group. Yeah.
Manushi, Varun, welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Varun, I want to specifically start with you. I'm sure you've been to the city earlier also.
Yeah, a few times, yes.
Yeah, but this time it's special. You're coming with your film. Are you kind of enjoying the sight and sound, and is Manushi taking you around, or because she's
Not
been
yet. It's a first day here. I mean, we came in yesterday, but we were too busy. I'm sure she'll show me around soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the ecosystem is a little different here. I mean, but I'm acclimatizing to it. I'm getting warmed up.
Yeah, I mean, from what we know is that y'all don't do so many interviews. I mean, there's not much interactions that happen.
We do. I mean, pre-release we usually do. We don't do interviews on a regular basis when there's no films. Usually we. No, I can't say we. I do. But during films, we kind of get out of the way. We do a lot of interviews. Pre-films, we always do a lot. But probably it's because it's contained only to our states.
Right.
We probably don't often see it. Because it's here and you're catering to a larger section from Delhi and all other places. It's usually louder and you see a lot of more content here going on. That's it. It's usually the same. We do keep doing even Telugu. Yeah.
Manushi, Varun, tell us the first time when you heard the narration or the one line. What worked for you? What was it? Because it's based on or inspired by true events.
Right.
We've seen. I mean, it's happened in our own country. What was it that ticked the box for you? That okay, this is what I want to do.
For me, it actually happened in phases. So first, before Shakti approached me, he actually sent me the short film that he made.
Okay.
He's made an amazing short film for like about 10 minutes. It's a clip from our actual film. So he's made that earlier. So I've seen that and I was quite taken aback that a new guy could pull off something like that with a very limited budget, with very good VFX and very intense emotions. And later so I was quite interested to meet this guy who's made this, and then he wanted to meet me and narrate the script. So then when I heard there are a bunch of things. I mean, obviously, when you're okay in a script, there are a lot of things that you need to take off. I mean, there's the conflict of the film, or be it the emotion, or be it the characterization. It's not just one thing that is right in a good script. It's a lot of things. So for me, all of those boxes ticked, and I really loved the characterization of Arjun Dev playing. And it's not every day that you get to hear a script where you play an Air Force fighter pilot. Yeah. So the kid in me was excited. I was like, yeah, let me do this. And then obviously, it being based on a real incident, inspired by a real true event.
Yeah.
I mean, back then, there's only little that I knew about it. But when I started talking to Shakti, got to hear the entire story behind what really happened, it kind of drove me. I wanted to actually, he told me that this was something people really don't know about.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only a certain side of the story that people know.
Sure.
And I thought we should make a film about our real heroes, about their heroics, what they're doing, and bring it to the audience.
Yeah.
And it was that, and other than this, I've seen my director throughout this journey, the way he talks about this film or the amount of passion he has towards making this. I personally feel that I usually like working with directors who have this, who are crazy about making good films, who are madly passionate.
Yeah.
And I've seen that in Shakti when it comes to Operation Valentine. I think I was like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah. Manushi?
For me, the one-liner was very different from what the film actually was. So for me, when it came to me, it was I was told that it's the role of an Air Force wife waiting at home, waiting for her husband to come back
Yeah?
from war. I swear that's what I was told. And I said, okay, sure, let's read the script and let's see. You always want to read and you want to see more of it. And then I started reading, and I was wondering where that wife is who's waiting at home, because she is an Air Force officer herself.
Someone gave you a wrong brief. It's not that.
Very wrong information. But for me, when I started reading the script is only when I kind of I started liking it more and more, as we were progressing, and I was just very I was just very excited to play this role. For me, Ahana Gill, I loved her character. I loved the script. I loved the story. So that's where it started, and then everything, it just kept getting better. I met Shakti after, our director, and there's so much sincerity in his work, and there's so much and there's so much research and so much focus, which I absolutely love about him. So I mean that, and I think things just kept adding up, and there was something that I really felt was so right about this project.
Right.
It's not every day that you get to do films like these.
Yeah, that's true. That's what he also mentioned.
Yeah.
But tell me, I mean, it's a bilingual film. It's in Telugu and Hindi, and it's a new language for both of you all. For you, it's Telugu. For him, it's Hindi. Were there things that you all had to unlearn just to kind of?
We had to learn.
Just learn.
We had to learn.
Learn a new language.
Learn a new language.
Yeah.
I mean, unlearn. I think while you play a different role, it's nothing to do with the language. When you play a certain role, you have, as an actor, when you read the script, you have a certain sketch in mind that, okay, this is how your character behaves and acts and all of that. And once you reach the set, the director has an entire different idea about how his behavior is going to be. See, there sometimes you have to give in to the director, irrespective of how big or new he is. Ultimately, it's his vision, and you and the director, you need to unlearn a few things that you have or you take away from other films, and try to understand and play to the director's vision. I mean, you have to give it in. You can't keep that. You can't act like I'm Varun here. You have to give in and be Arjun Dev.
Yeah.
And for that, when it's the director's vision, you have to give it to him, and you have to surrender yourself.
Right.
I mean, you're constantly unlearning and learning when you're working as an actor, but when you talk about the language, it was just learning.
Yeah. But wasn't it easy for both of you all, because he was proficient in Telugu, you were good at Hindi. So was it easier when you have a co-actor who's kind of good at giving cues or
No, I think it helped. I think that definitely helped both of
helps.
us. Yeah, I mean, I was helping her with Telugu. I mean, when we were doing lines and all of that, probably rather than some AD coming in and explaining her the meaning of it, we would just.
It's easier because you anyway have to enact the scene with each other. So
about the pauses and all of that, I think it helped us. We had that rapport on sets, and that kind of made our work easy a little bit. Yeah, with time.
And I have to say this, at least he understood Hindi. Like for me, initially I didn't even understand Telugu, and he's been really patient with me.
Yeah, that's true. Varun, this happened with Ghani also. When Ghani released, just before that we had a Sarpata Parambara and a Tufan, which came in. I mean, it was very coincident that I mean, I think you were planning that film for 4 years. I mean, that.
I know. I told you, my timing is a little bad. I mean, because of COVID, it kind of prolonged and all of that.
Yeah.
Even Operation Valentine, I think from 2020, end of 2020, I think post COVID first wave is when I heard the script. But obviously, as I told you, we were trying to work with the Ministry of Defense.
Yeah.
So we sent the script to them. So that took us about 6 months to get permission. So once we wanted to shoot in Gwalior Air Base, the first schedule we couldn't finish the work that we planned there because we planned a lot of heavy duty scenes. So again, we had to go and apply for another sched. So it took us another 4 months to get that time. I think because of that, there were delays, but we were actually prepared. We knew that this is not a film that we're going to start and release in 6 months.
Yeah.
But obviously, I mean, if you think about it, Ghani didn't bomb because there was a film like Sarpatu that worked well. It just bombed because the content didn't connect to people and all of that. I think even now, but I'm glad at least we are exploring different genres. I mean, as a fan of Indian cinema and Telugu cinema, I love the fact that we're exploring different genres now from compared to 5 or 10 years ago.
Yeah. No, why I asked you this is also because, you know, there's obviously there's going to be comparisons with Fighter and Tejas, which came
Right.
a little earlier. Does that also kind of dilute the whole idea because, you know, people have not seen it as
Right.
of now? Is it too premature to have these kind of conversations?
I mean, see, it might dilute the surprise factor or you know, it's
Like
always
just-
good when it's the first Air Force film that is coming out.
Yeah.
Like for example, at least to Telugu, I know this is going to be the first aerial combat film
Right.
to a section of audience, but a few of them have already seen. I'm sure they've seen Fighter and Tejas.
Yeah.
But that surprise factor is out of the question. But ultimately, what will help a film to stand at the box office is its content and it's its emotion that drives the characters, or the key factor of the film is that. I think if you get that right, it's okay if there are films around or being made in the same lines, as long as you are able to stand different and stand strong on the emotion behind your script.
Right. Manushi, it's been 3 years since Prithviraj released. 2 years, I think.
No, not even
2022.
2. Yeah, like
A little second
little
half.
less
of the,
than 2. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, after that you had The Great Indian Family.
Yes.
And this one is coming up. Is there a sense of belonging now in the industry? Do you kind of feel a little more settled?
Of course, like compared to when I did my first film to today, I do feel more familiar with where I am. I have a better idea about what I'm doing. So that's but natural to happen, and I feel like now, even as an actor, I have a better understanding of what direction I'm going in.
Right. But you know, when it comes to the background that you'll come, it's completely you know, there was no one from your family who belonged to this one,
Yeah.
and on the other hand, it's like an extended family which is there. Are there some good things or the bad things, or like pros and cons, if you say?
There'll always be pros and cons to everything in life.
Yeah.
It's but natural. For me, I feel that from what my journey has been, I have tried things that no one else in my family has ever tried. So it's somewhere made life exciting. You know, it's also helped me grow as a person, as an individual. And today that I'm a part of this industry, I know that I bring something very different to the table. Simply because my upbringing and the world that I come from has been so different. My exposure has been different. You ask me to play a doctor on screen, I will do such a good job. I'll also do the research for
I
them.
played a very good doctor on screen.
I'll also do the research for them. But
Have you been offered a role of a doctor?
of a doctor, not yet. Not yet.
You nail it.
But I will nail it. But yeah, I mean, see, I truly believe that we script our own destinies, and life is more exciting when you get to try new things, and I have experienced that. And fortunately, things have worked well for me, that I'm here today with all the opportunities that I've gotten. So I can't complain. So I think it's a pro. The pro for me is just the experience that I come with.
Sure.
And the con would probably be the fact that I haven't really grown up knowing or even thinking that I wanted to be an actor. So everything is very new. In that aspect, I am very much an outsider. I've had to slowly work my way, you know, through things. It wasn't that after, like, I got my launch, but it wasn't that after that people were waiting and with scripts for me, or you know, I know that how I perform is what is going to determine what I do next.
Yes.
So I guess that's a, you know, that's the thing that every outsider like kind
Sure.
of will face. So maybe that's the con.
Yeah. Varun?
I forgot the question. Yeah,
I mean, is
yeah,
there-
yeah. I'm just kidding.
is
yeah.
there- is there-
No,
He's asking how was it working with Manushi?
Fantastic. Thing is, I mean, of course, there are few. I don't think there are any cons to it, other than the little sense of pressure that.
Responsibility?
Yeah, but
Do you take it as a pressure or a
I mean, I
responsibility?
did initially during my first couple of films. That's when my family jumped in. They said, "You don't have to. I mean, it's you want to fail. It's okay. You can fail and like figure it out. I mean, as long as you're not stressing yourself about it.
Sure.
Because this is not a field where you work with stress. I mean, you got to explore, you got to like experiment, you got to figure it out on your own. I mean, of course, there's going to be a small level of platform that you can get. I mean, you get access to meeting people. But when you talk about cons, I think just because you, as you mentioned, there are like a bunch of about 7-8 actors in my family.
Yeah.
So we have issues with the release dates. I mean, obviously, I cannot release my film with one of my brother's films. They're like bigger stars than I am. But I don't want to come close to that. So I have to figure out and find a date where I'm not coming in the same week and all of that for my own good.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's probably the only con that I have. And other than that, I'm glad that I have someone that I can like hit up, call, and ask for some advice.
Right. But can you bust this myth? I mean, I've read it online. Is there really a Telugu boys club that y'all have, like a pack of friends between you, Alu sir, Ramcharan sir, and you know, I mean,
It's called the
that's a family.
Telugu Boys Club.
Yeah, that's what
You have
they
a name
term it
for
as.
it?
No, I don't.
No, not really. I mean, I asked this to Nag sir also, Nag Chaitanya, and he said that you know we kind of get along.
I mean, we are close. Like me and Che also hang up. I recently met him during his Duta premiere. I mean, there's no set group for the matter of fact. There's just, I mean, we just catch up on a regular basis. It's just a small circle.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are friends and they're people who are like pretty close to a certain person. But when you talk about Charan, Anna, Bunny Anna, and all of us, because we're family, we have a group, but not with the other person.
But do you all bounce off idea?
Ideas?
Has there ever been a case where you know,
Yeah.
two of you all have been offered the same script?
So actually, what happened? I think Charnana told me while I was doing Operation Valentine, I kind of bounced off with him that I was offered this kind of film, which is based on Balakot and all. So he said he came across something like that, and he kind of turned it down because of the conflict or the script not being right. Then we actually both of us, this same kind of script came to two of us from two different directors.
Okay.
But ultimately, I think probably mine was better. That's why we started getting. That's it.
Right. Varun, we saw the beautiful pictures from your wedding. You know, your wife also Lavanya also belongs to the industry.
Right.
Is there like, do you all check each other's calendars as to, when are we shooting?
Our wedding was planned like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because both of us were quite busy with our own work.
And I'm guessing everyone else in your family also.
Also,
Yeah, almost.
I mean, no, I didn't ask for the days. I told him we had no choice. You have to come. But yeah, sometimes we have to check calendars. Yeah, not. I mean, it's just been a couple of months since I got married.
Yeah.
Let's see. Right now, like, she finished a project, so she's taking a small break. And I finished Operation Valentine. I'm having a small break, so maybe do a holiday and then jump back to work.
Right. I mean, the film's name is Operation Valentine, and we are approaching Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Do you all believe in Valentine's Day, first A? And how do you think, I mean, are you planning to celebrate?
Well, I don't know the origin of why it's called Valentine's Day on 14th of February. I don't know the
I
backstory.
think named after Saint.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Saint Valentine's.
But
But do you believe in it? And I mean,
I can't.
is there,
I don't.
No.
But I believe I believe in Operation Valentine a lot.
Good one. I feel that if you love someone, then every day has to be Valentine's Day. It shouldn't be one festival. But it's fun. It's fun being a girl on Valentine's Day. It's fun.
It's fun. Have you been on a date, both of you all? Have you all celebrated Valentine's
He's
Day?
married.
I did, of
He's
course.
all-
Previously?
Of course, yeah.
You all
I
have.
was forced to.
You're forced to?
Yeah.
By Lavanya?
I mean, no, I mean, like, I took her out. I'm just kidding. I mean, as Manushi said, I don't like to like restrict it to a single day. But obviously, I think as Manushi said, girls like it. So I said, okay.
Guys
it's not
also
about what
like it.
No, it's something.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
I liked it in school.
I have never told anyone I want to celebrate Valentine's Day.
You just said. You said girls
I
like
said
it.
it's fun for
Fun
girls,
for girls.
but it's always been a guy's idea.
So I know it's fun for girls, so probably
No,
took my
no,
wife
no.
out for a dinner or something like that. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
and
man.
looking forward to
Thank you so
Operation
much.
Valentine on 1st of March.
Thank you.